you're ready for a show, let me hear you make some noise. I know you got more energy than that. Let's do it one more time. Tempe, if you're ready for a show, let me hear you make some noise. It's another This Week Sucks Tonight here at Tempe Improv. Help me welcome one half of the show. Give it up for Anwar. Wednesday night. Everyone feeling hump day, ready for some comedy? You can turn around, your arms are folded, turn around, unfold your arms, get ready for the show. There's people, you guys have never seen the show before, have you? Yeah, you're already judging me, I don't need that. Thank you, I'm dressed very well. Iron the suit. I try to dress as well as the country is doing. When the country does well, I dress well. When the country's doing poor, voila. My outfit is a reflection of this fucking country, and we're doing great. It's nice to see everybody here tonight. By a round of applause, who's been to the show before? I see a bunch of familiar faces, a lot of good people here, and including these guys, who's first timers. We're the first timers. A couple of hesitant, reluctant woos. It's still like, we'll get the show done early. There's still time to go out the parking lot and do coke and recover the evening. I'll let you guys have a nice little 10 o'clock special. This is a show we've been doing for a number of years now. It's called This Week Sucks Tonight. We like to cover the news and talk about it because the news is always fun. And so we try to do it here via PowerPoint presentation because PowerPoint is the future of comedy, if you haven't heard, okay? Netflix botched it, we're going to Google. And so, we're gonna cover a lot of shit going on tonight, and we're gonna talk about it. Have a good spirit, have a good energy. You came all this way, you paid ticket prices, you parked the car, you got food and drink on the table, but you can all of a sudden decide that you're a bitch-ass nigga and not have fun. And that's up to you. Just don't ruin my good night. Both of my kids are in the car. I will get them after. I decided to have them both in the car so they can blow on each other. I had it covered. Infant air conditioning. Pioneer. So, is everyone ready for a fucking good time tonight? So without further ado, I'm going to welcome the second half of the show. Please give your hands a good smashing together for a pudgy, potato-faced white dude who has profited from the Ukrainian war, invested heavily in guns post-Uvalde, and is a real problem of a man. Please put your hands together for Michael James Turner!
Hell yeah, somebody's got a profit off this war. What's up, guys? How are they doing? How's the crowd doing?
They're doing real good.
You guys are committed? You got second trimester energy. We're not aborting it now, are we?
I love my man's gonna have to look over his shoulder the whole show at your Billy Malfast.
There he is. There's a guy that's pro-life. What's up, big dog?
Actually, I prefer to interact with him too, just looking over my shoulder like, nigga, what? It's the best way to interact with him. How you doing over there, baby? Get your beers ready, get your body ready.
Good, I got my butt light, I got a lot of water, nobody needs this. What's happening? How you doing? You still got the 2 kids?
I still, they are still in my possession.
Still in their lives, too. I keep telling you, you want these kids to be in the league, you abandon them now. That's all I'm saying. Get out of the kids' life. I just watched the NBA draft. You want them to end up on the NBA draft? Leave, big dog.
I've been saying that a lot. Says it every time he sees me.
Abandon your children.
Abandon the
It's
kids.
the opposite of the last of the Donda album. Abandon your children.
I abandoned my child. There will be blood.
Yeah, so
I
there will be
abandoned my child.
I'm abandoned my boy.
Real quick before we get into it, please give a shout out to DJ G2 on the ones and twos. Hold this down. How you feel back there, Capino?
Yeah, it'd be good.
I feel alright. Yeah, okay. He's a Mexican dude in the dark corner of the room, which is how this country would rather than be.
He's actually a 20 milligram edible in human form.
Yeah. He is high on mescaline right now.
Yeah, what are you on today, big dog?
Chill. Glad you're here tonight, baby.
It's the opposite of pew, 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 pew. Chill.
Very racist, but all that. Before we get into the news of the evening, we got a lot to talk about. A lot of shit going down, you know what I mean? We do like to do a couple of little things to get you warmed up, get a little history lesson in you, and talk about some things before we really jump into the show. So without further ado, let's start with this day in history.
Make some noise, everybody, for the greatest president of all time, George W. Bush. I know the middle table voted for him 2 times. Where are we at? I voted for him 3 times. If I can make him king, come on now. King to man, King Bush, everybody. Shout out to 9/11. Shout out to Bill 7. Shout out to the Iraqi War, Afghanistan
Shout out
War.
both the wars.
Shout out to all those boys that died from the Midwest and the Middle East. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dick Cheney profiting off war. Speaking of war profiters, shout out to Bilderberg. Shout out to our boy Joey B. Sniffing up on him.
Some pure white right there. That's some pure white. Sniffing up on that
It's a little too old for him. He usually sniffs younger than that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Biden for when the Afghanistan war turned 20. He was like, I'm pulling out. Too old for me. I like mine 15 and under. I'm pulling out. Shout out to Barbara Bush. Shout out to Barbara Bush's pussy. Without that pussy, those buildings are still standing.
Alright.
Shout out to Thermite.
Don't shout out Thermite. Don't do that. Alright, next thing. First thing, let's talk about all this day in history. In 1804, Aaron Burr shoots Alexander Hamilton. This is an actual sketch of the real event.
He hit him with the blame.
He hit him with the yapper and he tore his ass up.
You told me that's not a Polaroid? That's not a photo?
Can you imagine getting shot in the eye and you still have enough energy to go, oh. Oh. I love the dude in the corner who's witnessing it like,
He's like, I told you my boy Burr Wild.
Aaron Burr said he won't do that.
I told you Burr Wild won.
He did that.
Your boy been saying that shit about 2 weeks. He said he got that dang on him.
Keep that thing on.
He said this bitch ass motherfucker, they ain't gonna never write a play about him. They ain't gonna write a play about him.
He turned around, he's like, draw this shit.
He's like, you drawing it?
Get him while he's holding his eye. Aaron Burr shoots Alexander Hamilton, and 200 years later, we're only aware of it because of a rapping Puerto Rican.
Shout out to Pitbull. Shout out to Pitbull. Shout out to Daddy Janky right here. Daddy Janky.
He's part of the worldwide
Daddy
trio.
Janky. Shout out to Gasolina. Shout out to the Iraqi War.
The worst thing you can do is learn through rap. This is awful. This is one of the worst things ever.
Yeah, without rap, you wouldn't know who Alexander Hamilton is or the number for the suicide hotline. So,
shout out to Logic.
shout out to Logic or G-Eazy. Who is it? They're the same person.
They're the same. All my rappers are the same.
Lil Dicky. Who is this? Is
We're gonna move on.
who is it? Isn't this that senator from New York? And then that bitch.
That is not Andrew Cuomo.
This is that annoying broad.
It's,
AOC.
okay, it's not AOC. It's not AOC. Just as cute though. Eyebrows on fleek is the youth.
Same bust somehow.
Same titty cups. I agree.
AOC is the itty bitty titty.
All right.
She's the chairman. What do you do for the Senate? I'm the chairman of the itty bitty titty. Trump appointed me as a joke, but it's stuck. It's stuck.
In 1923, the Hollywood sign is officially dedicated in the hills above Hollywood, Los Angeles. It originally reads Hollywood Land, but the last 4 letters were dropped after failed actors kept jumping off it and landing on their necks.
Should bring that back.
What, the land?
The land? No, just actors killing themselves.
I don't disagree. agree. I did see the Imagine video like all of you guys did.
You get rid of that kid playing Flash. That's a problematic person. Google that one, Middleton. Google's a website.
In 2013, the acronym BLM first appears, immediately improving all the lives of black people. It just worked out after that. There was no confusion.
Yeah, that Black Panther, you guys have been on a boulevard of green lights.
We've been bulletproof, as they say.
Nice
Not a
little
bad
heater you
thing.
guys on Little Hot Street.
And next we're going to do some birthdays. We like to do the birthdays on this show, celebrate the actors who haven't killed themselves yet. Shout out to Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He's jumped off that sign, he survives every time.
He's done enough coke as a calendar year at ASU. He's done a lot of coke. Look at that cocaine shit.
He built Hacienda dorm rooms.
He's the only dude who can do cocaine and still be rock hard. He's an amazing guy.
He doesn't suffer from coke dick somehow?
Yeah, he's no cocaine. He's impervious to coke.
With a G-unit wife beater on.
He did so much coke, he said, I need to put suspender straps on this wife beater. If I could just bust out of this thing, mid-wife beat, that would be the best. The only birthday we're celebrating is Kim Jong's having a birthday. Just a real picture of him from the movie where he has a little dick. And,
that's Aquafina, isn't it?
That's not Aquafina. That is not Aquafina. That is Kim Jong.
Yeah, I see. That's that bitch from Grey's Anatomy.
That is not Sandra Oh. That is Kim Jong.
That's the third Charlie's Angel.
Okay. That is not Lucy Liu. That is Kim Jong. They are different.
He's got a hankering for Japanese people.
Alright, we went through history and we did the birthdays. Let's get into the show. So much to talk about. Let's get into this week's So Far. Kamala Harris was dancing because she heard Guantanamo Bay will be open another year. She heard the school to prison pipeline was real. She was like, yes, sir.
The only bitch that reacted last month by buying Biden another bike. Like, let's get this guy back.
I heard she owns a condo on Rikers Island. As a summer home on Alcatraz. You guys wouldn't get prison names. You're doing all that.
Maricopa County Kamala.
Yeah, she's in Pima County just vacationing.
She will put you in prison. Shout out to all the black and brown people she's put in prison.
Yeah.
The number goes up every
It's
moment.
really nice this time of year.
Yeah. It's the same number as people die from cigarettes.
Oh, he's getting his conspiracy back. All right. First up, UK Prime Minister and man who can't seem to get the cum out of his hair, Boris Johnson, resigned. He is something about Mary for sure.
How does he look like if Bart Simpson grew up to be a real man?
If you told me this was Leonard Skinner, I would believe you. That nigga's name is Leonard Skinner for sure, dog. Boris Johnson resigned. Is everybody aware of all the world leaders in turmoil right now? Boris Johnson resigned. And UK's a lot better off. He did his own Brexit. If you haven't noticed, world leaders are kind of going through it right now. So we wanted to just kind of take you down a path and see how every country's doing with the world leader. First up, the president of Sri Lanka, Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Gotabaya. He resigned by fleeing the country after Sri Lankans stormed the capital. Okay, I'm done. I think he just needed to go to buy a gun real quick. That's a fun joke.
That's his first name, I get it.
That's a go to buy a
gun.
Go to buy a gun.
Took a direct flight to Phoenix.
It's fun. This is going to be a theme tonight, isn't it? Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe also resigned in a hail of gunfire.
He was resigned.
He was assassinated last week by a man with this this homemade shotgun.
The Blammy?
This looks like a speed gun.
The homemade shotty, dude? What the fuck
This is crazy. He's got it duct tape around. Looks like electrical tape. Looks like you got a shake weight back there to kind of piston the bullets out. Shake weight just kind of gets it going back there. It's kind of nice. Like, well, he made this in quarantine. It's crazy that he built this gun over the last few years. So while you guys were fucking at home making sourdough bread, my man was making a 12-gauge pumpernickel. Okay? All of you could have did this, by the way. All of you could have just made a gun.
Also,
You know, I heard a lot of complaining in quarantine that you didn't like the people in charge. Somebody would do something about it. I don't want to hear any more complaining.
also, shout out to another world leader named Abe getting shot.
Abe,
Boy. I've only known 2 world leaders named Abe. Both.
I only know 2 Abes, period.
2 Abes,
They're both filled with holes.
Maybe
so.
stop being world leaders.
If you're planning on having a kid, do not name him Abe.
Or teach them leadership goals.
Yeah, 1, he'll become the leader of a country, and 2, he'll die from a gunshot.
Shinzo Abe, but there's a vacancy for a leader in Japan. I can get him run there. Again, I've always had a hankering for Japanese movies.
Got an appetite for the Japanese? I got a woman over here in the wings saying, no.
We don't like Japanese pussy?
All right.
We used to call it super cat. Did I say that into the microphone?
A couple of people up front never been here are starting to understand what's happening. Welcome to the show.
I'm watching the eye contact being displayed across the table. They're like, we got 10 more minutes to wait.
This is my white friend Michael.
This is my black friend Anwar.
We're
Just talking about the news. You guys
Talk about the news.
You guys CNN guys?
CNN.
This is MSNBC.
Drudge Report.
Guys, weekend update, guys.
Unbiased here tonight. No spin zone right here.
No spins.
Okay. Joe Biden, current president and eternal Lich King, has resigned himself.
Eternal what is that?
Lich King.
What is
It's a
that?
fantasy term. If you haven't read The Lord of the Rings, you should give up on this joke. This is for my fucking Blizzard, Hearthstone, Warcraft fans. Lich King. It's for 3 people. You're welcome, nerds.
Shout out to the
We got something for everybody.
Shout out to the driest dicks in the room.
We'll get a wet tonight, puppy. I'm about to do it with my own 2 lips.
I call my dick the Lich King.
You're going home satisfied.
I call my dick a White Walker.
Joe Biden, our current president, has resigned himself to never making sense when he talks. During a recent speech,
He's a mumble rapper.
he's
He's been mumbling a lot of Lil Uzi Vert.
a lot of people call him 72 Savage.
Yes. Meanwhile, 79.
I get the numbers mixed up. Joe Biden never makes sense, we all know this. During a recent speech on gun reform, Biden was interrupted by the father of one of the Parkland High shooting victims. He interrupted the speech, and this is what he said back to him. He says, I don't come to your job and slap the dick out of your mouth. That's what he said. That's what he said to the man.
Pretty good clapback, honestly.
This is insane.
It's good crowd work.
These are actual facts. We don't make this up. This is a no spin zone. None of the facts are being altered tonight.
I don't come to your job and take the dick out of your mouth. That was good.
All right, what are you doing?
He's insinuating he's a male prostitute. It's very funny.
Man's son died, right? He stuck his dick
Oh,
to get
just
over
because
it.
your son died in public means you can talk over me? I like it.
Oh, Joey B.
It's like, yo, your son died in mass shooting? Join the club, big dog. Oh, you guys don't know the numbers? Wait till next week. There's gonna be about 4 more. Oh, we don't like stats here? My bad. I'm sorry. Not a stat crowd over here. Yeah, this will never happen again. Nobody else will suffer. Nobody will make a homemade gun and shoot anybody in our country.
John Oliver and Trevor Noah ain't doing this shit. Fucking foreigners. Okay.
He had a yapper and he towed that ass up.
So if you don't believe that, like, Joey B his fucking meds at all times. Here's a video of him, a stunning speech he gave post Roe v. Wade. Let's just listen to this speech.
Power. It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political power. That's another way of saying that you, the women of America, can determine the outcome of this issue. I don't think the court, or for that matter, the Republicans.
That's your boy. Not your guy's boy?
We don't claim any of them here. If you didn't catch what happened, he read the cues for him. He said, end of quote, repeat the line. Women, abortion, and just look at the prison warden and go to buy a Rajapaksa over there. There's this guy. That's what about. He escaped to the Biden administration. These Americans are slow. They won't kill their leaders.
This was all filmed at an assisted living home, too. Sunrise Healthcare.
And so this is a speech where the country is at its lowest. We needed an uplifting, coherent speech. Just good. He actually gave instructions on how to actually really enact change. And if we could get the next video up here.
10 years old. And she was forced to have to travel out of the state to Indiana to seek to terminate the presidency and maybe save her life.
So, if you want to terminate the presidency, you have to travel out of state, okay? Now you need the schematics for a homemade shotting, and then just take a trip to the mall. We're not recording this, huh? Now listen, after the last two presidents, I feel like anyone could do the job. At this point, we got a little applause from the guy up front. Thank you for that. At this point, I say let Joe Biden's son have a crack at it. A couple of people are listening to this.
We've all been there. Shout out to ASU.
This is actually me 3 months into the pandemic.
This is actually me freshman year at the Vine Tavern.
This is me month 4 working from home. The laptop is on my stomach, I'm burning the stove.
This is me after I got 86 from Rula Bula in 2008.
If you guys haven't been paying attention to what Hunter Biden, the son of Joey B's, been up to, he likes to be on his phone and record his going-ons. Here's one of the videos. This is just him, well, you guys will see. Just weighing some crack. 20 cracks, it looks like 21. 21 cracks.
0-7. Without the back.
And he's arguing about, first of all, very clean room.
Those are the biggest leopard print panties I've ever seen in my life.
Apparently he was arguing with a hooker about the number of cracks.
Yeah.
The number of cracks.
Daddy needs more cracks.
Did they get more cracks? So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Like Count Dracula.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and if you're calling this the 20th crack, we got real problems. Alright? I'm gonna need some more crack. And the most disappointing part of this video for me is the fact that this dresser drawer doesn't have a dresser drawer. What the fuck kind of crack house is this? I've seen better crack houses in Baltimore. This is madness, dirty as hell.
I wish I knew more about crack. I've luckily been affluent enough to always have pure cocaine.
You're a cocaine boy.
I'm a pure cocaine boy.
I'm cut like a penis.
I'm a PCB, pure cocaine boy. Uncut, por favor. If anybody hits up Damien, South Phoenix, shout out to South Phoenix. Anybody south of the 10?
Hunter Biden's
It's 200 for an 8 ball, but it's worth it.
Hunter Biden really likes to capture his favorite moments. We can get to the next picture here. This is him with 2 crack whores.
Can you tell me that's not an Usher album cover? He looks like he's... What is the name of this group?
He's like, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I need my crack rock. I get my crack rock from Jimmy. I got a real pretty little pipe that's waiting for me. Now listen, this is just one of the black skills you guys don't know about. Every black person has alternate lyrics to Nice and Slow. You can ask them at any time, they can replace the lyrics on a dime of crack.
That's fun.
Old skill I have in the playground. It's old skill. I can do that
That's the
anytime.
Baltimore in you.
Give me a topic, I'll swap out the lyrics on Nice and Slow.
Man.
So these are his 2 women, obviously crack whores because they're with him and he's doing crack, which is the definition of a crack whore. They've reddened down his penis, but I'm sure that's exactly how it looks without the red anyway. Old Hunter Biden, living his best life. Hey, look at this still from the video. He keeps that stove on the lips.
It's his Tinder pic.
Jesus Christ, this is like a Steve Buscemi character. This ain't a scene out of The Wire. I don't know what is, man.
Is that Nick Cage in Leaving Las Vegas?
This is rough, dude.
That's pretty good.
Hey, guys, the news is depressing. It's not fun. We thought we didn't want to berate you guys with what's going on in the world. We thought we'd get some lighthearted stories and kind of close out the front portion of the show. It is Amazon Prime Day! Anybody? A couple of Prime heads? Anybody a fan of The Boys? Okay, nobody. Amazon Prime Day, you guys get anything special?
Doesn't look like a crowd that can afford Prime.
It's like a crack crowd.
I'm very liquid right now. All right.
They're a liquid
Prime
crowd.
heads out there?
Well, there's always a lot of deals on Amazon Prime, so we thought we'd kind of go over a couple of deals you could possibly get. You know, the day is still young. I think Amazon Prime Day is all the way through the end of the week, so here's a couple of specials you can get on Amazon Prime right now, okay? Let's go through a couple of them. Gabe, can you give me a little bit of shopping music? DJ G2, give me a little shopping music to set the tone.
Can you do it? How quick can you do it?
We're gonna go through these deals nice and slow. So, first, let's see what you can get on Prime. First deal is the AIDS Player 5000. 40% off.
With the shells, though.
8-pack of shells. That's good shells. Ammunition is hard to find these days. A lot of people
They
buy
call
it
this
up.
deal lock, stock, and 4-smoker barrels? I don't know how many barrels are.
That's the quote.
Get close, though.
Let's see our next deal. Looks like you can get a Sonic fleshlight with teeth. You can get with the teeth. So a guy needs it with the teeth. We'll make sure we get it for you. $25? We got it for $25 with a Sonic fleshlight. The only caveat is that you gotta go fast, okay?
I prefer the red boy. What's the red boy?
Knuckles. You like knuckles on your
Knuckles,
hand?
yeah, that's what I call it. Call it a knuckle shuffler. The knuckle shuffle.
This is appropriate music for this item.
Yeah.
And the final deal.
When you bust, the coin now is coming out.
The final deal on Prime Day is, let's see. Looks like we have this artisanal pipe with 20 cracks. So I urge everyone to jump on their phones now while you're watching the show and jump on these deals. They're not there for long, they go fast.
20 cracks for the price of 12? That's pretty good.
I think they still go for 25 as well. Is everyone ready for the rest of the show?